Welcome on, people. I'm back again with another podcast. I hope everyone's fit and well. And I'll say happy Christmas. Well, happy Christmas to everyone. Let's digest about yesterday's game that ended Fulham 1, Forest 0. Lots to talk about. If you want to get involved, please hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and bloody Alan's in the comment section now being annoying. So Alan, screw you. I thought we were mates. Shout out to Alan. I saw you yesterday in the family. Shout out to Alan. Right. My shout out to my sponsor as well, to Alan Hullage and Farm Wide. If you want to know more about my sponsors, go in the link in the description, and there's lots about them as well. Right, let's get the panel in. I think it is Christmas, but everyone looks like the Grinch. So Stephen looks like the Grinch, if I'm honest. But doesn't look black hair. But let's start with you, Rads. How are you, Rads?
Good, yeah. In Christmas terms and everything, but football terms after yesterday, yeah, it wasn't great, really, was it? But we'll get into that.
Yeah. Make sure everyone follows Rads on YouTube as well. If you can, there's a link in the description. So make sure everyone follows Rads. We've got the Steve. He's moved house, so his Wi-Fi might be going in and out. So he's going to use a Wi-Fi excuse. So Steve, we don't use the excuses saying Wi-Fi. So how are you doing, Steve?
I'm all right, Ben. I've been on here for a while, but I've been really busy. But yeah, football-wise, yeah, like Rads, a bit disappointed. But you know, we got Man City next, so easy 3 points coming.
Easy 3 points. And we're meant to have Aussie Dave, because I know he lives in Australia. He's way in front of us, so I don't know if he's still in bed. He might come through mid-show, so I have messaged him. So he is coming through the show soon. Right, before we do talk about yesterday's game, let's go through the chat. Happy Christmas to Colin. Hope you are, my friend. If you want to be like Colin and be a member, please hit the dollar sign or hit the member sign as well. As well, make sure everyone follows Rads as well. If someone can put Rads, can you put your link in the description in the thing? So, so make sure that everyone follows Rads. I'll put the link as well. Cal, Merry Christmas to evening, guys. Hope you're all great one. Shame we didn't get 3 points for Christmas. So yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame. And she's added us one. Game was so poor last night. So annoying that we had so many advantages to get in the game. We didn't bother trying. Play light Saturday against City and we will be destroyed. Come on, Cal, have some positivity. We've beaten last. We've only lost once in Man City at home. Once. So let's have some positives, man. Have some positives. Alan, like I said, Alan, go away. Go away. I saw you yesterday and I don't need to talk to you today. So, Alan, go away. Good evening, Mr. Dore, Raz and Steve. Hope you're well. Merry Christmas to all. I hope you have a good Christmas. I did get it, Eve. Thank you very much for the card. It's been a shame we lost yesterday, but hopefully we can beat Man City. See? That's what we need. And like I said, people, Raz, the link is in the so I'll put it at the top. So make sure everyone just click the link and follow Rads on YouTube if you haven't. Right. Where should we start? Where should we start? Who wants to kick off about yesterday's game? Let me start with you, Steve. Talk, and people in the chat as well, get involved. Talk to me, Steve. What went wrong?
Well, the highlight of the game for me is when the game just went off and the darts came on. That was the highlight for me. I don't know if you know that, Ben, but that's what happened during the game. It was about the 65th minute, and the game just switched off, went straight to the darts, which was a bit like, what's the hell going on? But anyway, yeah, it was a bit like after the Lord Mayor show with Spurs, really, innit? It was a bit of a. To be fair, though, I think it was a 0-0 game written all over it. It was the only way they were going to score. They didn't look like scoring. We didn't really look like scoring either, bar through long ranges. But the game, both equally matched sides, both sides in around that lower mid-table, area which you can tell both evenly matched, really. But yeah, it was just disappointing, really. I thought it'd been interesting if we'd gone 1-0 up, how they would have responded. So I've seen Fulham play better than that. I think they kind of disappointed me, I think, from where they came from. But with us, though, yeah, it was a bit, some of the top players didn't turn up today. And I'm sure we'll get to some of them later. But I feel at the moment, Ben, we obviously the we don't look good in the table being 17th. But at the moment, I feel when one or two of our top players are off form, we just can't click. And we take Villa the other night when they were poor against Man United. They just got that X factor in their team when Rodgers doesn't come up with the goods. And at the moment, we just don't seem. It just seems that Gibb White is off, or Anderson's off, or Hudson-Odoi is off. The team just doesn't seem to click, and we just need that bit of magic out of nowhere. And we come to a certain player later on. I'm sure that I think we did miss, and I thought we wouldn't say that. And the way you're smirking, Ben, I think you kind of gather where I'm going with that. And Rad's probably feels the same. I'm sure we'll get to him in a bit, which about 6 months ago probably we wouldn't have said. But
exactly.
How times change, yeah? The same with Chris Wood. But yeah, Ben, it's just a bit disappointing, really. I think Fulham weren't great, and I thought I would have actually taken a point. Like, if that game ended 0-0, we would have argued, because it was the best of games with it. It was a lot of stop-start, and it was a bit of a damn affair, really. And it's a penalty. We could have won it with a penalty. Just one of them games, really.
What's your thoughts, Rads?
Yeah, very similar, really. I was just really disappointed, especially with how the second half went. I felt there was so many opportunities for us to get into the game, and it just didn't happen. I mean, we actually started it kind of all right. We had a couple of shots, and it just kind of fell away. It felt like Fulham barely had any chances in the start of the second half, and then nothing just happened. It kept going on, and you thought the longer it went on, the less belief I think the players had. I think we were struggling to see us getting into it. It wasn't a very good game from both sides. I think a goalless draw would have been a fair result, really. Don't really think either side deserved to win, but I do think Fulham did just edge it. But we had more than enough to get something from that game, and that's what's frustrating, I think. And you look at our recent form, it's win, lose, win, lose. I mean, you will kind of move at the table, but you're not really going to go anywhere doing that. And especially getting such a good result like against Spurs, you'd think surely you can get a point at Fulham. So, yeah, very inconsistent at the moment. I think overall we're heading in the right direction with Dyche. There's a pretty good feeling around the club compared to the start of the season, definitely. I mean, that was just very toxic at the start of the season. I think Dyche has done the main thing I think he was brought in to do, and he's united everyone, I think. But I don't think the football is going to be that pretty at times. I think we're going to have games like this where you think, how's that happened? But then we'll have games where we go and beat Spurs 3-0. So I think it's going to be a bit up and down. But, if we can get January right as well, I think we can. There's no reason why we can't move up the table, but we just need to find that rhythm. And I agree with what Steve said. If we lose a player like Sangara, suddenly it seems like we can't perform. And that's a problem, really. You've got to be able to adapt. And you would have thought Douglas Luiz could have done that, but I know he's not fully fit, but it didn't really seem to work, really. So just a frustrating evening, really, all around.
I've just got to confirm that Aussie Dave, he's just woke up. So he'll be here any minute. So people with the chat, when he comes, give him so much stick. Say to him, listen to me. We're in the UK. We're not in Australia, so he's gonna pound fine if you get the gist. People, please do hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and make sure, like I said, everyone follows Rads. His link is at the top of the chat, so if you can click it and subscribe. Steve, what player was you really disappointed with yesterday? Like, I know everyone wasn't great, but what players you thought should do better? People in the chat as well, get involved.
Well, the standouts for me were Anderson, probably his poorest game he's had for a while. Nothing clicked for him. He was trying the miracle ball. He was trying these passes which weren't coming off, overhitting them. Yeah, he put his tackles in. He worked hard like normal. You can't knock it from that. He's always worked rate has never been questioned, but it's just overall play wasn't there. Gibbs White showed glimpses.
Look hey. Look who's here.
Sorry, fellas, I was asleep.
It's not good enough. It's not good enough.
Yeah, I was asleep just like Savona wasn't right back.
I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming. So where was I then? Well, before the Aussie interrupted me, where was I?
Anderson. You talk about Anderson.
Yes, and I felt Hudson-Odoi did not take on his man enough. Was it Tete, their right back, who is not? He's all right. Would you take him? I don't know, Tete over Savona. Aussie Dave, that's for you later. But no, I felt
right back, Steve.
Hudson-Odoi was off for me. The back four were okay. John didn't do anything but pick the ball up of his back of his net for the penalty. Jesus' hold-up play was good, but I felt we didn't get around him enough. He's isolated. And how many times were they centre halves bringing him down and we had nothing? I think we had one.
Ref was awful. Well, we can't blame the ref. You can't blame the ref, man.
No. But Jesus had no change off that ref at all. Yeah. And am I missing anyone? Hutchinson was okay. He could have taken his man on a bit more, I felt, but I thought Robinson, who was usually pretty good for them, had a bit of an iffy game, I thought, for them. He gave the ball away a few times. He looked a bit rusty. I thought Hutchinson could have took him on a bit more. He had a couple of decent balls into the box, didn't he? I mean, Jesus had one in the first half. I think it was the header, because he was almost like the Wolves away goal, which is quite close to being similar goal to that. But yeah, it's just for me, Anderson and Hudson-Odoi. If you're looking at the standard, probably them two stick out then for me, which let me down a bit, I think. Especially Anderson, he was off. I know Rad's touched on Douglas Luiz, but with him, I think he's got a slight get-out card in the fact that he's not fully fit. And at the moment, that's what let him off a little bit. But that being said, he did give the penalty away. I'm not being too harsh on him because he did slip and his reaction was to stick his foot out. So, but yeah, for me, Anderson and Hudson-Odoi were the two standouts for me.
Before I get Rads, like I saw on social media about, and here comes Aussie Day when he with his little 2 pence thrown in. Savona, I know there's lots of people saying, "Oh, Savona was rubbish." I mean, since he's come in, that's his only bad game. Like it wasn't that bad. I don't think he was that bad. But Aussie Dave, do you think something different, Aussie David?
He got shown up by that left winger, Kevin, didn't he? Kevin was good, I thought.
No, I don't think he was that bad.
Kevin was great.
He made Kevin look pretty good, Ben. Look, the fears that I've had
in the chat, was he that bad? In the chat, was it?
He was as bad as the English cricket team, Ben.
Don't mention the cricket. This is from Rad's dads.
Look, he's you can tell by the transfer news that we've already got coming in for Nottingham Forest that they're looking for fullbacks, and that is the first thing that we're trying to fix, because with Aina out, we're on to our third choice fullback if we select them as the two. Look, he just was shown up a bit defensively a couple of times and looks just a bit out of place, Savona. I'm not sure he keeps his place in the team, especially when Olarena comes back.
Performance.
And it hasn't just been one bad performance, Ben. I've been talking about this for weeks. And this is going to be proven. Aussie Dave's going to be proven to be right eventually.
No. What other game was he bad?
What about the one where the ball just went over his head and he misjudged the header?
He's Arsenal.
Against Arsenal.
Anyone looks bad against Arsenal.
I would have been disappointed if I'd have made that mistake and misjudged the header. He's a Premier League.
You need to give on.
You've worked
up the thrown on against Martinelli and players like that. You can't judge him on that.
Okay. All right. If we had to play, let's just play this out. If we were sitting there with 20 minutes to go in the Fulham match and one player of our team has to be sent off because we'll have to lose a player, you would choose Savona. He was terrible.
Yeah, but come on. The Arsenal game. Come on.
Anderson was worse.
Anderson was looking a little petulant. Did you notice, Steve? They caught him on camera doing a bit of these ones, and annoyed.
He's ready.
I really didn't like that from him. I think the transfer chat and the English stuff. Rads, give us your opinion. I think that stuff's going to his head. Yeah.
I think it's possible. I think it's playing a lot of football as well, and I think you've seen him slowly. I think yesterday was the only time I think he's outright played badly, but I think the other games he was just maybe less effective. And I think he's been brilliant all season, but I'd say recently he's definitely kind of fell off. So yeah, I think you got to Anderson.
I think for the last 2 or 3 games, yeah, you could say.
Yeah,
I said a few games ago that he's starting to build, and obviously Dave just mentioned it. I think he's building a bit of an ego. I think Anderson. And obviously Dave touched it with the whole England thing and being linked with Man City and Liverpool and so on. I think sometimes that can affect the player. Maybe he's starting to. I don't know. He's still a great player, but I get where Aussie Dave's coming from in that sense.
I think he also missed, and it showed the gap in not having Sangare in the makeup of the team. And ironically enough, I actually think if Yates was available, Yates would have been a better choice than Luiz with that team, and I think would have been a better mixture, maybe even Dominguez.
Can I put in right? And this is for everyone. So, do you think we miss Sangare? He was fantastic at Spurs, but did we miss
categorically him? We missed Sangare. He was our best player in the last match.
Okay.
Yeah, because if you go by that logic, if say McAtee has scored an hat-trick against Spurs, for argument's sake, he would have been our best player. So you go with that logic, Sangare was our best player. He by far stood out against Spurs. He would have been the first name on that sheet yesterday.
Well, it's like Anderson and Sangare finally worked out how to play together and actually be an effective combination.
The logic is right. It's okay saying Sangare was fantastic at Spurs, and he was, but it's not saying if he played against Fulham, it would have been the same. Because remember, Sangare, again, I'll take the blame for it, and people in chat will. I've said I've been a big criticism with Sangare, but I still don't think it would have been. Yes, he's playing good against Spurs, but we missed him against Fulham. So
it would have been better than the league.
You look at the setup of the midfield, though. You had Sander Berger and Lukic. I think he would have counteracted Berger because Berger is quite a presence in that midfield. I think Sangare would have been counteracting that. I think when Tom County came on, he settled the game down for Fulham and he got on the ball. I think if Sangare was there, he would have been that influence as well, going by what he was like against Spurs. That's what we should have said. And I agree with you, Ben. It doesn't mean he could have had a stinker yesterday.
Steve, I don't think Luiz is right. So I think they rushed.
No, he's not.
He's not right.
We said that before we came on.
Because he's not right, and they didn't have Yates, then maybe they should have played Dominguez, but I'm not sure Dominguez makes that much of a difference. But yeah.
The question is right. That said, we're talking Luiz. We can say about his injuries and over again. Like I said, he played 10 minutes against Spurs and he's got his chance. Yeah, his chance against Fulham. And like I said, I don't think he played well, if I'm honest. But do you think when are we going to stop saying, Doug Luiz, he's not fully fit? Because if he plays bad against Man City, are we going to go for him again and say, he's not fit, he's not fit, he's not fit? He's played 10 minutes, 45 minutes. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't think he'll play. I don't think he'll play 90 minutes for Forest. If I'm honest, I don't know. What's everyone's opinion about it? I just don't know. What do you think? What do you think, Raj, about Douglas Luiz? Do you think he's the right person to replace Sangare or Dominguez? We don't know how long Yates is out for.
Yeah, I do think it clearly has been rushed back in, especially with Sangare now not being available. And then with Yates being out, Dominguez missed the last game as well. So it's like, let's just put Luiz in. I think it's clearly, we know that he's a great player for his days at Villa, but I think the reason why Juventus loaned him out is because he's had an injury problem. And I think that's, I don't know whether Forest knew about that, but he definitely had an ongoing problem with Juventus. That's why he didn't play much for them. So I think you're seeing that with us. I mean, I don't know how many 90 minutes he played for them, but I don't think it was many because of this problem. And, maybe I think he might make a 90 minutes maybe if he plays against Wrexham, maybe. Could possibly see him play that sort of game. But I don't think we can rely on him if he's going to have this problem ongoing, which he probably will. I think the games he has played, like Porto, for example, I think he was really good in that game. But he's not been able to consistently stay in the team. He went off against Man United, and he's been out for a while. So yeah, I think if he can stay fit, I mean, you've got a great player there, but I don't think we can really rely on that, unfortunately. There's a reason why we're all really excited when he came in. It's like how we signing him when he was so good at Villa. You know, I think there's a reason why Juventus, it didn't work there, and now he's with us. I don't think many other clubs wanted him, actually, and I'm not saying it was been a bad signing. I think it's, like I say, it's clearly a good player, but I don't know. I don't think I'd be keeping him permanently right now because of this, fitness issue.
Other question, people in the panel and the chat as well, talking about, like we mentioned Anderson, David, and we all know him and Nico Williams has been one of the best players so far this season. And do you think Anderson, with all the link and everything has been with Man U, Man City, do you think that's affecting his performances? Because, like I said, it wasn't, like I said, we won Spurs, but Sangare was the best player better than him in that role. But do you think he's going to affect it with all those links, or do you think it's just like, yeah?
Well, he's got an air of he's clearly been the best player in Forest team this season, so he has an air of arrogance and also frustration about him now when the passes are going astray. As I mentioned, the flapping of the hands and all of that. So it can't have not gone to his head. You talk of £100 million player going to Man City, the glamour team of the English Premier League and arguably the world, and being drafted in, and well, that's got to be some compliment, and he's playing for the England team, so it will have gone to his head. But sometimes that can be a good thing as well. Like it's tough to say. I don't know. I just think the balance of the team wasn't quite right without Sangare, and they didn't quite anticipate that Luiz was not going to be able to do that. And Anderson was he deeper or not, or who was deeper? They were just a little confused, Ben.
So 1-0 down, and it brings the subs. I think it was the 72nd minute. He brought Calamendo 90th minute. Was it 90th minute? He brought Calamendo on. Do you think that's got it right or wrong, Steve? Because we're 1-0 down, and I think, like I said, if we carried on, I just don't think we would have scored. And do you think that's got it right, Steve, with the subs? Like we can argue about McAtee, Calamendo, Dominguez, come on. Who else come on?
Taiwo.
We can mention that Taiwo all the time. It just, I don't know. What's your thoughts on subs? Do you think you got it wrong? Brought him on too late?
Yeah. Where do I start with this? He's been butchered online about it, hasn't he? About his subs. People are echoing like the way Nuno used to be with his subs, but yeah, it just felt a bit. It's almost like he didn't know what to do either. In a way, it felt a bit desperate. It felt a bit. I just throw Taiwo on now, and would it have harmed if we kept Taiwo and Jesus up front together to upset their back two, because they have centre half had man of the match, Anderson. So it shows again, against Brighton, didn't one of their centre halves have man of the match as well? Lewis Dunk, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So it's showing that we are playing a different kind of football, because we're roughing up. We're showing the centre halves have to work now to earn these wins. Their centre halves are getting a man of the match. So Jesus is doing his job, but I think maybe if he had put two up top, sacrificed one in midfield, maybe like we mentioned, Douglas Luiz or even Anderson. If he had pulled Anderson yesterday, would you have been surprised? No. He took Gibbs White off, so yeah. I think, who else did he bring? Dominguez came on, McAtee came on. Yeah, it felt a bit disjointed for me. It just felt a bit like, I'll just put him on and see what happens. It just felt a bit desperate.
I think he put Taiwo on instead of Calamendo because the striker was somewhat isolated, and he wanted the Taiwo in one. And I think you'll actually find point two. I reckon they were putting Taiwo in the shopping window, and they're going to sell him. And so to give him some game time and to show that he was fit, if he could have scored a goal in that game, then that puts his price up for what they might be able to sell him for, because Taiwo's clearly on the outs with Forest, unfortunately. I think there might have been a little bit of look ahead to that. So it's not always about necessarily winning. It's like, oh, I've got to give Taiwo some time to just show that he can still play. But look, the problem with Forest is also the players that we've brought in, McAtee and a whole bunch of these other ones are just Calimuendo have just not hit the ground running, and they are taking a while to get going. Reminds me of they basically all look like Emmanuel Dennis. It's like we got 5 Emmanuel Dennises that we just seem to have brought in, and they just cannot. You think they're good players, and they just can't seem to get going, and that's the problem.
Let me try a question. Do you think because when we buy players, we all get excited and all that. Do you think we've because I don't watch French football. I don't watch whatever that like. We watch McAtee from Sheffield United and Man City. Do you think we've hyped him up too much?
Well, it's where
which player you talking about?
All of them.
Calimuendo, so
can I just touch on McAtee, right? And then if one of the Daves wants to do Calimuendo, they can do it, right? But McAtee, I was never really that excited with his signing because, and it shows now, he screams of a player who has not played enough football, and he screams of a player who's been at a club, who's earned decent money to sit on a bench or not even been in the matchday squad, and been around all these superstars and not had a sniff in the team, and he's come to us, and then we'd expected, oh, this guy, he's half decent. He's come to our squad and he hasn't the ground running. He screams that kind of player. I think if that might mean he needs a good run in the team, but then if he has a run in the team, he has to hit the ground running with goals and assists and get up his game. So for me, that's my opinion on McAtee, and I think it's just with him, it's the jury's still out with McAtee, isn't it? That's the thing. He hasn't, he showed little glimpses. He's got a good first touch, but then his final ball's not quite there. He doesn't seem to get a shot off. He doesn't seem to, his through pass doesn't come off. And it's just a bit, off for me at the moment with McAtee.
Look, so next question, and I'll start first, and people in the comments as well, get involved as well. So January's come in. What players would you get rid of? So people in the chat as well, get involved. What players would you get rid of and why? Let me ask you, Rads. Like I said, it's coming now. And Sean Dyche will know. We'll talk about the players that he wants later on. Rads, what players would you think that we should get rid of?
Well, yeah, I mean, touched on it there with Awani. I think I do think there's some truth in maybe we did put him on yesterday to advertise into other clubs, to show that he's at least fit to come on and play. I mean, I don't think he's clearly not fully fit. Yeah, I don't think he's been fully fit for, a good year or so. But yeah, I could see Taiwo moving on, but I guess it kind of depends on Chris Wood, because if you sell Taiwo, you've only got 2 strikers then that are fit, and we can only fully trust one of them at the moment. So maybe we want to keep hold of him a bit longer for that, but hopefully Chris Wood's back sooner rather than later, but I don't think anyone really knows about that. So I could see Taiwo being moved on. I think a lot of people would say Zinchenko, but I don't think we can we actually let him go? I don't think we can let him go though, because I think
we can't let him go. Clause. We can't. Yeah. There's a clause saying we can't release him back to Arsenal.
Yeah, so that's a tough situation for us to be in. I think there's a lot after this season.
He's about to play the position of Harry Arter.
Bloody hell. Thanks, David. Thanks. That's my Christmas present. Mentioned Harry Arter and all that. Steve, what players do you think that needs to leave Forest? Because, like I said, we've got to keep it real. We are in a relegation fight, and that's for real. So, what players do you think?
Taiwo, like Rad said, I think Willy Bolly will move on.
I see him. Why though? I don't need him.
Do you know what? But he hasn't. He doesn't use him. He doesn't use him, Ben.
You don't need him.
For me, but you go back to the Malmo game, right? I would have, if you had played Willy Bolly and Zach Abbott, the centre halves, it wouldn't have mattered. And we risked Murillo in that game, and there's games like that where Bolly could have played, he didn't. So for me, I'm the same with you, Ben. He's a good player to have around the team and experience, but could you see him going back to like Wolves maybe because they need experience? So they could probably do with him
Well,
at the
he's a good
moment. Someone
squad
like him.
player, Steve. He's good. He's
Yeah.
good if you need him. I
wouldn't get, but I'm just saying. I think these are the players they got in mind who they're going to let get rid of. I think Angus Gunn has been mentioned as well, but with the goalkeeper situation, I mean, you do need 3 keepers, but he has come out and said that he wants to be playing or at least being a second choice, option.
Guys, we know how Forest operates. We sit on these assets and we get absolutely no value for them, and then they just end up their contract runs out or they just disappear. They're all going to go the way of Emmanuel Dennis. I don't know what you guys are thinking. Oh, someone's going to swoop in and buy Taiwo Awoniyi for £10 million. We're not going to get any money for any of our guys.
Why?
We're going to get no money for any of them. They'll just sit there, Harry Arter, and then their contracts will run out and they'll just disappear. What are you talking about? We're that's not us. We're not a selling. People come to us and they just become hopeless. So,
well, I've read today. Jack Cunha is being linked going back to Brazil.
Yeah, Botafogo and Corinthians. Nah, he won't. Maybe on loan.
Well, if he can't get past Savona for right back, then he's really not a Premier League player, is he?
I don't know what. There's so much hate towards him.
He's not a right back, though. Cunha's not a right back.
But he's not right back.
Yeah, but neither's Zach Abbott.
True.
That is true. But I don't. He's played one bad game, though. Come on, David, man. He's played one bad game.
What do you mean? I've been going on about Savona not being fast enough and not being good.
No. This is your, no. You know what? Right, lads. You know what it is because he's had one bad game. Ben, get me on the show. Let me say something about him. him.
I just figured you asked me to come on the show.
Yes,
today,
I want you. Come on. And I thought to myself, Savona wasn't that bad. He's going to target him. I know he's going to target him. And look what happens. I just don't think he's not as bad as everyone says he was.
Well, no one could be as bad as I say that he is. But so back to the. I'll just leave you with this. Remember when Morgan Gibbs-White came and played for Nottingham Forest and he debuted and he came off the bench and we had that wow moment? You're like, wow, look at him. We've really only had that from Amari Hutchinson when he came on and he's done a few of his pacey things and gone and done a few things. You're like, yeah, wow, look at him. Like, it's not like McAtee has wowed us. None of these new guys have wowed us yet. And so, look, who could be at risk? Any of them, really.
Any of them.
Is Morato? He'll probably keep Morato, won't he?
He's got to keep Morato. I get, like I said, I don't understand the hate towards Morato. The only thing he can't do is pass. That's the problem. He can't do long passes like Murillo.
But not many centre halves can, Ben. To be fair,
Morato's decision making.
Did Milekovic? He did one yesterday.
True.
Yeah, he did one.
He's done a dialogue. Yeah.
You see, I don't see the hate on Morato, but that's the next show. Is there anything else we can talk about yesterday's game? Because, like I said, it wasn't great. And is this on Deitch? Right? Is this people in the chat? Is this on Deitch, or was it just because he made one change? He made one change, and that's from Sangaro to Luiz, and
that was forced.
Huh?
That was a forced change as well. I don't think anyone was looking at the team list thinking, what the hell are you doing, Sean Dyche? No one. That was not the reaction from anyone. I just think we're the 14th best team in the Premier League, and with being the 14th best team in the Premier League, they're erratic, and sometimes they're on and they whoop Tottenham, and then other times they turn up and they just look like they're a championship team against Fulham. That's just the turf we're in, Ben.
100%. Quick question, right? And as well, Primo, we've got Man City next. Would you bring Sells back in for Big John? Yes or no? People in the chat as well. Would you bring Sells in for John? Because if you look at
he's fit.
Yeah, but John, yes, he didn't save the penalty, but he's not been really tested, has he, John? Because he didn't. How many
He's an international keeper from Belgium and had the most clean sheets last year in the Premier League. Yes, there's no scenario you're not bringing Matt Sells back.
Yeah, but he hasn't done no bad. He hasn't done no bad.
Doesn't matter.
It does matter.
It doesn't. Sells is
Why
the
does it matter? Why does it matter?
Well, you think, right? Other than the penalty yesterday, if that game ended 0-0, Big John would have had 2 clean sheets in a row.
One sunny day don't make a summer, Ben. Steve,
Huh?
one sunny day doesn't make a summer.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, bar the penalty, like Ben's saying, I know he has been tested, but he would have been on 2 clean sheets then in a row, and he's had a few in Europe, hasn't he? Hasn't he had a few clean sheets in Europe?
Oh, please, buddy. Ben Dore would have had a clean sheet against Tottenham.
No,
Come on.
Right. Stop it, Dave.
No. Hang on. Whoa. He did pull a good save off my in Tottenham game, if your memory serves you right.
Yes.
Against Archie Gray.
Archie Gray.
That was a good save.
He's a clean. Well, how many clean sheets has he had? Malmo, Sturm Graz, Spurs. Who else was it?
Yes, he's had 4.
Talk some sense into these guys, please.
Rad,
please tell them. Please tell them to pull.
Give me the chat.
Not bringing Sells back.
No, I agree. I bring Sells back as well. But what I'm saying is, Big John, like Ben said, he hasn't been tested. But
you know where Big John would be better in the team? Play him at right back.
Well, play Savona in goals.
Yeah, Savona anywhere.
Raz. Whose side's on Rads? Whose side's on Rads? Come on, talk to me.
Well, I'd be bringing Sells in if he's fit.
Oh, you only said that because your dad doesn't kick you out. Is that what it is?
So I don't think John's doing anything wrong, but I just say at the end of the day,
he hasn't done nothing wrong.
But Sells is still better.
Yeah. Sells is a better keeper.
Sells is better, but you've got to look at it.
But that wasn't Ben's question, though. Ben's question wasn't it, Ben? Would you keep him in against Man City? So, if Sells isn't fit, do you really want Haaland and co breathing down Sells' neck when he's not fully fit? Is that what you're saying, Ben?
Yes.
Yeah. You don't really want that charging at you when you're not fully fit, you. So, going by that, if Sells not fit, then John's got to stay in.
Yeah,
correct.
Yeah, I agree.
But
with
if
that.
Sells is 95%, Sells comes in.
No, I'm sorry. I'm keeping Big John in goal. I'm sorry. That's where...
We're about to find out whether that's going to work out for us. Then I think you'll find Big John will be in the defence, and in a show in 2 weeks' time,
right.
talking about him getting sold.
You know what? I'm going to do. If we keep a clean sheet against Man City, I'm praying to God we do. And Big John's in goal.
Big John's in. Yeah.
Big John's in goal. David, you're going to do a forfeit.
There's no way that's going to happen, but sure.
We're going to do no. You want to do a forfeit?
He's got a Savona on his back of his Forest.
Yeah. No. He's got to wear Italy. He's got to get Italy top with Savona in the back.
Number 2.
Yeah.
Number 2. You know what I'll get? I'll get an Italy top with number 1 on the back with Savona as the name. He's going to play a goalie.
No, I think you give him too much grief, man. I think you do.
Well, you should just be pleased that me giving Savona some grief has gotten me away from giving Yates grief. Yates was not good yesterday.
Yeah, no. You praise.
Yates did not. Yates didn't do anything yesterday, Ben.
Yeah, but if he did, he wasn't here. So you can't pick on Yates. You can't pick on Yates.
That's why I didn't do anything. Exactly. Actually, he did about as much as he normally does. Nothing.
Why are we changing to Savona to Yates? Who's next? You know what I mean? You come on,
Big John. Big John, no. He's picking on Big John, no.
I don't mind Big John. Big John's fine. He's great as a backup.
I reckon you should play Big Angus Gunn, to be honest, out of both of them.
Yeah, all 3 of in goal for Haaland.
Oh, yeah, put Wolfer in.
I don't know what's the negativity about this Man City game. They've only beat us once at City ground. Just the one.
Haven't you learned the erratic nature of Nottingham Forest by now, Ben? We could lose 5-0 to Wrexham and beat Liverpool. Like, come on, we can lose to the bottom teams and beat the top teams. Surely you've learnt by now after all these years of doing this.
What happened last season, Ben? What happened last season? We beat Liverpool at Anfield, and the week after we're off to Fulham at home. That's Forest in a nutshell. That's Forest in a nutshell.
And we'll beat Man City. I'll say that now.
Actually, Ben, we heard it here first. We're going to beat Man City, and Taiwo Wanye's going to score.
You know what? If he does, I'm phoning David straight away. I don't give a. I'll wake him up and I'll be watching this game. I hope he does. Tower wanted to score. No. To make it even better, Savona, our last minute winner.
Well, Savona won't be on the field in the last minute
Of course
because
he
won't
why?
get picked.
Of course he get picked. Who else can play right back? Abbott. I don't think Abbott will play right back.
I would probably have given Zach Abbott some time at right back by now.
Do you think?
Yeah, I think so.
No, you're going too much. No, Savona, he wasn't. No, he's not. I think you're being really
Why
hard.
have you got all this Zach Abbott hate, Ben? What's wrong with Zach Abbott?
Listen, don't even try. You're
You're a hater for Zach Abbott. You don't want to give a chance to our young youth academy players. Look, Steve's so offended by it. I just can't believe how much you hate Zach Abbott. Like, what has Zach Abbott done wrong?
I think he's a future.
Well, then why wouldn't you play him in place of Savona?
Because like you said, he's not a right back.
Oh, well, he's better than Savona at right back.
Nah. Well, would you, Raj? Would you play right back?
I wouldn't be against if he played it right back.
You know what?
Oh, this is so good. Brad's is such a good YouTuber, isn't he?
What?
No, I wouldn't. I like Abbott. I know he's not even a right back, but he's played there recently and he's done well. Yeah, in that Everton game as well. He played nearly a whole half, and he didn't really look that bad, did he? Or have his depth? I don't think.
Steve, was your wife?
Steve, I appreciate you storming off on protest of Ben's hate towards Zach.
Where was the hate?
Made him
I just can't believe, and he's one of our own, Ben. Like, I can't believe you don't like our homegrown players. Like,
no, I just went to ring Savona now and tell him to log on and watch this.
Steve, did anything come out my mouth when saying I hate Zach Abbott?
Yeah, you just said it then. No. You said I hate Zach Abbott. You just said it then.
I didn't hear nothing.
Because I said he wants Zach Abbott right back, and I said no, he's not a right back. That's all. Because you got so much hate for the Italian mafia.
So, Aussie Dave. Question for Aussie Dave. So, would you move Nico back over to right back and then play Shevchenko left back then?
Right, no, that is ridiculous. Why would he say that?
I actually probably would play Zinchenko at left back and move Nico to right. Yes, I would.
What?
As much as Zinchenko is an absolute disaster.
No, I don't agree.
As much as Zinchenko.
Right, that's ridiculous. What? What? Are you two for real?
No, Ben. I didn't say I would. I'm just asking Aussie.
You asked the question, so you're involved with this.
Look, I would play it.
I've asked the question. I didn't say I would. I've asked Aussie Dave.
That was a stupid question.
I would.
No, he's answered it.
I would play Zinchenko ahead of Savona, but I would play Zach Abbott.
But right. So you give
Savona. Zach Abbott played against Manchester City before, and looked pretty good in that FA Cup semi.
Dave. So since he's come to Forest, name a game that he's played fantastic for all of us to say, "Wow."
Well, I applaud you for using my own commentary and position against me of the wow. Zinchenko hasn't done anything. He's been hopeless.
Right then. So
it's just, look, when you come on Nottingham Forest podcast, you get good at talking about who's been more hopeless. And I'm just going to say that Savona has been more hopeless than Zinchenko.
No, to be fair, Shevchenko did play all right out in Holland. Did he play out in Holland?
Yeah, he
played full game.
You know what? He did.
He played all right. He played all right. Yeah. Quite solid.
Even if I had Des next to me, just saying under the sun about Shevchenko. So
well, he might also defend. So he just goes missing in defence, Zinchenko. Like, he's like a left back who just doesn't want to play left back. And so
you know why? Because
he's not a left back.
Because he's been coached by Pep. That's why. He's been coached by Pep to come inside and play in that midfield. He comes in. When it Ben, the Swansea game away, wasn't it? When he made his debut.
Yeah,
me, you and Des were there, and straight away we noticed he came off that left and went straight into midfield and looking for the ball. And then we were like, oh my God, get out to the wing, get back on the left side now, because where you are, like. But that's the way he plays. So unless we can't accommodate that, then maybe he's, is he worth putting midfield then instead of left back? I don't know. He plays in midfield for his country, doesn't he? So is he another option in midfield?
I don't know.
Maybe he is.
Maybe he is. Right, to end the Fulham chat, because people later on, because I said it's the end of the season of 2025, we are going to talk about a little bit about what's been your best game and worst game this season. So we are going to talk about the end of it. So anything else about Fulham game? Or do you just want to move on from it? Anything else you want to talk about? Is that it?
No, I never want to talk about that match ever again.
Just how poor the atmosphere sounded there, Ben. It was just like, just everything fell flat.
To be fair, and I know Alan's here. The atmosphere, it wasn't great. It wasn't great. Like I've always said to Alan, it's a great family club. It's a fantastic family, fantastic stadium as well. But the atmosphere,
yeah, the thing with Fulham, they just live down the street from Chelsea, don't they? So
yeah,
they've always got Chelsea being that bigger brother to them. So Fulham, yeah, it's a well-run club, but it's from atmosphere-wise, it didn't really come through the screen as in wow.
All right, people, make sure you do hit the like button and subscribe if you're new. Right, so people, like I said, it's nearly end of 2025. It's been I think it's been a great year. If I'm honest, about European football. People in the chat, I said, what has been your best 2025? Best and worst game as a Forest fan. So we'll start with you, Rads. What's been your best and worst game as a Forest fan?
Well, I think recently, actually, the Liverpool game stands out. That's just incredible to go there again and win that. Win that again, even more convincingly. Beating Man City, strangely, was pretty good. There's lots of good games, to be honest with that. I think even though a lot of this year has been pretty frustrating, the end of last season and this season, it's been frustrating. It's still been great. We qualified for Europe, so there's still a lot of positives, I think. But I'd say the best game for me probably be the Liverpool one at Anfield. Maybe not. Actually, I would say performance-wise, it was great. But just the result. We're going for the worst. And there's a fair few to pick from as well. But I'd probably say the Nuno's last game. I just think the manner in which we lost that was just so shocking. And what it then meant, the fact that then meant that Nuno would leave. This is quite a few. I mean, beating Brighton 7-0. I've not even mentioned that. That was an insane result, wasn't it? So, and then the week before losing 5-0 to Bournemouth. I mean, some Nottingham Forest up. That's about it, isn't it? So, there's lots of good memories from this year for sure. Definitely some tough ones. I mean, the whole 39 days of Ange, I think, are up there. But other than that, it's been. I think there's been more positives than negatives, really, even if it's been turbulent.
I'll go next. So my favourite game has been Liverpool away. The Italian Mafia scoring the second goal against Liverpool. Who scored it, David?
The right back.
I think that's my best day. Liverpool, Brighton as well, beat them 7-0. Who else is there? I think that's it.
Well, the penalty shootout was good, Ben.
Penalty shootout, that was good as well. So the worst one, me personally, I think that Leicester game. We were drawn 2-2.
The Leicester game was bad.
Yeah, 2-2. That game was. Yeah, I didn't enjoy that at all. West Ham as well, when Raz mentioned it. The 3-0. But yeah, I think that's it. I think the Leicester one hurt me more. Because if we beat Leicester, I think we would have got Champions League football. And that, but yeah, that's mine. People in the chat get involved as well. Ozzy Day, what's been your best and worst?
Well, excited and just say, look, actually, I thought we were brilliant the other day against Tottenham, and I absolutely loved that game.
Yeah.
Like, as much as I've talked about the 7-0 and the vlog and the FA Cup run and all that sort of stuff, and ad nauseum. The thing about Forest is, I often think about, well, what's your relationship with the team? Like, if Nottingham Forest was your girlfriend, like, how are you feeling about your girlfriend? And after the Tottenham game, you're like, yeah, my girlfriend's awesome. I'm like, freaking loving her at the moment. It's like, yeah, she's like so good. And then literally 3 days later, she does something really annoying and goes to a party with you, and just as an absolute Debbie Downer, you're like, why the hell am I going out with this girl? And so, like, you're just thinking, why do I do it to myself? Like, you're just thinking, you were so good the other day, and now you're this. I don't understand. And so that is just classic. Like, in terms of a memory, of lasting memory from 2021, there's so many other things, but I just think that's my analogy for the moment. It's just like, why? Like, they're so bad against Fulham. And you just sit there going, why do I wake up at 6 a.m. in the morning to watch this crap? Like, why do I do it to myself, Ben? Like, every time. And you know what? I'm going to do it in a couple of days again. And by the time we turn around, it won't matter that the fact that I'm complaining about the players and no one played any good and we didn't have anything. I'll have convinced myself that staying up until midnight and watching Forest versus Man City is a good idea, because it is a good idea, because Forest are going to beat Man City, Ben.
I told you this. We're going to win.
Sorry, Steve. And Forest beating Man City is going to be my highlight of 2025. There we go.
Wait. Did we beat him this year? We beat him this year.
Yeah, we beat him twice.
We beat him twice. Yeah. I like the logic. I like the logic in that, dude. Well done. But you're still crazy. You're crazy, man. Steve, what's been your best and worst?
Echoing what you said, really. Liverpool away, got to be up there. First half against Brentford, first game of the season. Some of the best football we've seen for a while. I know it sounds mad to say this, but our first half against Real Betis, real good football. That was amazing, man. That was very good.
Well, that's my best. You know what? The first half of the vlog, that's my best vlog. First half. Yeah,
beat them Man City, like Rad said. Beat them Brighton. The worst, West Ham. That game.
Yeah. You know what? But yeah, to be fair, it was the last 10 minutes. The last 10 minutes of West Ham. That's how.
Yeah, but it just stunk, Ben. It just the cloud under Nuno, under the with him leaving, then going to them, and then the way that West Ham team, the way they beat us, man, they are so bad, and it was really bad. And I agree with you, Ben. Leicester game, especially against them of all teams, to kind of knock us out of the Champions League spot, that was quite bad. Bournemouth. Anytime we played Bournemouth or Fulham, that's cliche all year round. We might as well just give them 6 points at the beginning of the season, because we never beat them too. But yeah, they probably up there for me, Ben.
Definitely. Anything else, lads, before we leave? Does anyone else want to say something for?
Who's your player of the year?
Can I just ask Mads?
Who's your player of the year, Ben?
What you got coming up?
Play of the year.
A video for us coming up over Christmas.
Yeah.
Wait, Rad. I think you should do Savona content. Just about his goals.
Yeah, Savona appreciation video.
Yeah, do that.
Surely you're going to do a video on players likely to leave Forest over the. I was about to say summer, but it's my summer.
Yeah.
Is that the video that's coming, Rads?
Yeah, there'll be lots of stuff when the transfer.
Wait. Why are you giving Rad some content? You're not even telling me.
Mate, Ben, you don't need any. Mate, you were on Mr. Beast. You don't need anybody help.
See, you know what it is. This way is lawyers to it. Listen, make sure you subscribe to Rads. But love how you just say, Rads, what's doing? Oh, not what I'm doing. Okay, it's fine.
Ben, we know what you're doing. You're going to be creating one of the all-time epic day vlogs when Nottingham Forest beat Manchester City.
Fair enough.
What are you talking about?
I'm Rads. Rads doing exactly the same.
Yeah, I know. And when I'm sick of
why
watching
are you giving him some ideas then?
Well, what ideas are you looking for, Ben?
I don't know. I just thinking whatever you said to Rads, because you could say, "Oh, Rads and Dore." You could have said, "Oh, do this." But anyway, Rads.
I put some money on. By the end of January that Dwight McNeil is in a Forest shirt.
Steve, did you say that? I think it was about a few months ago that we'll sign him.
Yeah, that's such a good
He
shout. White McNeil's coming.
He follows Dyche everywhere, Ben. He's been at every club he's been at, so pretty much.
White McNeil's
So,
coming. Actually, one other comment I will make just on that Fulham game. I thought some of Jesus' touches, I just thought we were starting to notice, like, oh yeah, Chris Wood would have been better in that situation or this situation. I think we're missing the sublime touch of Chris Wood at the moment. I think that just helped.
Yeah, definitely. I think we do miss him. And the thing is, he is a Dyche player as well, just to hold the ball.
Yeah, and the way Hutchinson crossed that ball.
But to be fair, I think with Jesus, he's not been too bad. Like first half yesterday, I think.
No, I think he's great. I think he's great.
Even Spurs, I thought it was good. So,
yeah, but is he a top line first choice Premier League striker?
If he gets a service, I feel sorry for him because he's not getting a service.
These players around him, and the show last night.
Is Chris Wood a top line Premier League starting striker every match?
When he's fully fit at the moment with his stats, yeah.
Yeah, he is.
Right, people want to get going. Dave, what was other things, Steve? Best player?
Oh, your player of the year.
Okay. I'll say mine first. Elliot Anderson. Elliot Anderson is mine. Yeah. What?
Yeah, I'd have to agree. Elliot.
Steve?
I can't turn my back now.
Showing us your ass here, Steve.
This is a PG. This is a PG, Steve.
Yeah, I can't. I'm not going to turn on, but it's a bit tight there.
Just turn around. Turn around. Just turn around. Go on.
Yeah. Who's here?
Anderson, yeah. Anderson.
Yeah. You got to give it to him.
No, he's good.
Oh, she's screaming, Ben. I got Katie screaming behind Ben. Nico. No, to be fair, Nico's up there, but I think it's between four. Chris Wood, Sells, Nico, or Anderson.
What about Murillo?
Milinkovic.
Yeah, Milinkovic. Well, yeah.
There's loads out there.
I think. Milinkovic. Yeah, go on.
I've been going down the rabbit hole of looking back at early Nottingham Forest this stint in the Premier League, and Nico Williams coming in when he was wearing number 7. I just think the improvement of what we've seen from Nico over the past year, and even his entire Forest jersey journey. I like Nico. Nico's. Don't get me wrong. I'm an admirer of Elliot Anderson. And I remember I was saying I'd rather have 2 Elliot Andersons than 2 Morgan Gibbs Whites. I 2025 Player of the Year for me is Nico. Well done. You've had a great season.
Yeah.
You've had a great year. Congratulations.
I think Nico, he is consistently a 7 out of 10 every game.
You're only saying that because he's Welsh.
No, I'm not, Ben. You're just saying Anderson because he's English. There you go.
You touched on it briefly, Kang. Would you take Jono back in the transfer window?
Yes.
Me, personally?
Yep.
Yeah. Because I think we missed the pace. We missed his pace.
Yeah.
No, not his pace. We missed pace in the team.
So why don't they just go and make £25 million offers on Jono and Alanga and see if one comes in?
Happening. It will never happen.
What? Either of them coming back?
It will never happen. Bro will never come back.
Yeah,
it would be nice as a football fan, unless we miss his pace and that. But
you reckon Brennan's never coming back?
Huh?
Yeah, he will. He will one day, I reckon. Brennan will.
Yeah, when he's about 34, 35.
Yeah.
And that, but I love him to come back because I think we just missed the pace. We definitely missed pace. We missed the pace like Alanga had. Alanga had
and Alanga is now struggling in our Newcastle team because they're not set up to suit them. Alanga is suited to the way we play because Dyche is very similar to Nuno, and I think we're missing that pace on the turnover and transition. I think because Alanga used to carry us up the pitch so far, and that's where we're lacking now.
Would you trade Elliot Anderson for Jono?
No.
Would you trade Morgan Gibbs White for Jono?
They both play different positions.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm just offering you trades, Ben.
But I will say Johnson scores more goals and gives away than Anderson.
Would you
Yeah.
trade
Can you throw that in?
Jono for Hutchinson?
Yes.
Yeah. Right?
Johnson is. You'd have to say he's a better player than Hutchinson, but
He's proven.
Yeah, I don't really think I'm not sure I would, but Jono, we know
Just
what Jono,
remember,
he's ready, isn't he? He's at this level now.
Johnson scored 18 goals in a struggling side. He was a top scorer.
He was top scorer. And he got Europe, he won the Europa League for Spurs. And Spurs fans still slag him off.
Yeah, they batter him.
So that bellend still slags him off. So
would you swap him for Would you swap him for Hudson-Odoi?
Yes.
No.
Yeah, I would.
I love Hudson-Odoi. When he signed for Forest, I was like, this. Perfect replacement for Jono. But no. Wouldn't swap him at all. I love Jono, but I couldn't replace him.
Okay, I'll just put one more in there.
One more.
Johnson when he was at his peak for us, or Alanga when he was at his peak for us. Who would you rather on the right?
Alanga.
Johnson.
Well, that's a really difficult.
It's a good one, isn't it? It's a good one.
I'd go John. I don't know. Alanga was so dangerous for us, man.
Every time he had the ball. Johnson or Alanga? Before we go. Johnson.
I think Johnson, because of the season he had with us getting promoted and then keeping us in the league. I mean, he was incredible how he came onto the scene for us and was so good.
I'd take Johnson.
But Alanga last season, I mean, the first half of it, he wasn't even that good. But when he got going, he was incredible. So I probably would just.
I think Johnson again has just got that. He just looked at goal threat more in him with Johnson.
Yeah, he gets more goals.
And I think he seems you got when Alanga sometimes he kind of like miscontrols the ball, but he seems to follow his feet a little bit. But with Johnson, when he's full flight, he's got more control when he I don't know. Johnson just edged it for me, I think.
Yeah.
It's a great question, Johnson.
I don't know what either of you two are talking about. I would have picked Lingard.
Well, people are time to end the show. Thank you very much. Before we do go, shout out to Lisa. Merry Christmas, Dore. The only double fan I like. Only one I like. Shout out to Lisa.
J, this is the L.
So shout out to Lisa. I hope Lisa and all the viewers have a great Christmas. Lisa, if you want a Forest top, send one to you for free. I'll put your surname, the red hair, as a present to you. So send me details. I'll send you a Forest top as well. But it's been a great show. Thank you to Rads, Steve, and obviously David. Make sure everyone subscribes to Rads. The link's in the top as well. But yeah, I'm saying it right now. People can clip this. We're going to beat Man City. I'm
not clipping this. I'm clipping the sentence where you said, I hate Savona.
What, me?
Yeah.
When have I said that?
You said it. I'm going to clip it. It doesn't matter about the context.
Right. And Steve, did I say that?
You said
my Wi-Fi went off, so I
did I say that?
No, you didn't, though. No. I mean, we all know he's the real Forest Player of the Year, but you know,
this guy.
Sorry, Nico, but it's Savona.
Savona for me. Right, it's been a great show. Thank you for everyone. Like I said, make sure everyone has a fantastic Christmas. Might do a show for the Man City game. I'm not. You know what? If we win 1-0 and Savona scores, I am getting Aussie Dave on this show. Just.
We did that last time Savona scored. It was so good.
Ben, if Savona scores a win against Man City, you get Savona and Aussie Dave on the show. And they can have a battle.
You know what? It's funny, like Savona's family was there at the game yesterday.
Well, it wouldn't be much of a battle because everything would be going over Savona's head, just like the football does.
Oh, yeah, you know what? You're such a hater. You're
He's a brutal,
such
isn't
a
he? He's
hater.
brutal.
You know what it is? Because because Ryan Yates is injured. He's gonna like, oh, he's my next. Wait, so if Savannah gets injured, who's your next target?
Big John.
Big John.
Big John. I don't have a next target, Ben.
You've got a target. You always got to have one target and all that. But people, if you disagree, that's what Osday said. Please just say something because I've disagreed with everything that he has said. Make sure my shout out to my sponsors, well to Alan Hollis Farm Wide. If you want to know more about them, the link is in the description. Make sure everyone follows Rads as well. His link is in the title. But yeah, people, we are going to win Man City. I'll put my laptop on it. We'll win. See you. What day is it? What day is it today?
Tuesday.
Christmas Eve, Ben.
What's he doing?
It's Christmas Eve.
No, it's Christmas Eve.
But what day is it?
To you, it is, Dave.
I can confirm England still stuck in the ashes. and
Oh,
Simone
dude.
still-
Oh, you had to
Simone
say
still
it, didn't
in-
you? You had to say. No, I seen it. It was on social media. One of England cricketer drunk. One of the England cricket players was at a bar and he was heavily drunk and someone's put it on social media.
Oh, it's probably a good idea. That might help.
No, it won't. It won't. Is it? What is the score?
Oh, it's 3-0.
Oh, that's awful. This is why I don't watch cricket because I know we'll get battered.
3-0.
Right.
Literally horrendous.
Right, people. Thank you very much. I am redirecting to Curtis Shaw. Just put Dore raid if you can. Right, we are going to beat Man City. I am going to click this. Peace and love. Up the Forest.
Come on, you.